Hey everybody, it is Kit here. Happy Monday and welcome back to the Dragons Chaos Shenanigans. And we are with technically Household 7? I say technically. You will understand why later. Anyways, so I hope you guys enjoy this. And also, I think we're basically at the end of all of my households, really. I have like a couple other folders of like pictures in here, and I guess I'm gonna have to decide if I want to talk about them now or later. Well, actually, that's easy because the new household that I put in doesn't have any pictures in their folder, so that makes it easy. And I'm not gonna be able to do that household until later. I might. I might. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to do something else with this, aren't I? Okay, cool. So, yeah. Anyway, basically, once we're done with this household, once we're done with this video, then it'll be like repeats, where we go back to the other households that we talked about. Like I said, I only started with 7 houses. Um, Yeah, so we'll probably go back to Estrella on Wednesday. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's just easier for me this week to do 2 Dragon's Chaoses. Um, yeah. So tomorrow's going to be Xyla Brooks, and then Wednesday will be Estrella. So we actually get both of the Sims in this picture this week, which is pretty cool. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a good week. I should be in Tennessee. Fun fact. Um, I'm not looking forward to that drive. I'm recording this on Saturday. We're driving Sunday. Yay! Oh. Hopefully, I'm sleeping whenever this goes up. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good day and a good week, and let's get into this. And yeah. Okay, so the picture, but in color. We have Calix Torra, who is the gentleman on the behind Estrella, and he is an alien. His traits are geek, lazy, and outgoing. He has 2 aspirations: fabulously wealthy and computer whiz. He started off with 14,000 in funds, no pet, and he does have a little bit of a story, and he also has a part-time job as a fry cook. Yep, yep, yep. Now, Estrella is his fiance, technically fiance, or yeah, no, yep, engaged. Very, very much engaged. Very, very much wants to get married, which is adorable. But wait, there's more. So Jonah is actually his not quite best friend, but they're like really good friends as well. And I guess we will also talk about university because it is occurring to me I somehow never got any pictures of him graduating for some reason. Okay. Um, he went to Brightchester on distinguished computer science degree, GPA of an A, and he graduated with a computer science degree. Bada bing, bada boom. But yeah, so he and Jonah were really, like, really tight. He was always hanging out with Jonah, and yeah, Jonah never really went over to his house. He was in Glimmerbrook. Is in Glimmerbrook? Um, and I don't know what it was, but it was really only Estrella who would come and visit him, especially in the early times. So, his story is Calix never fit in with his alien kin. As a lazy individual, he detests any strenuous work and long trips around the stars. He is a whiz with computers, if he can stop napping. In short, he was sent to Glimmerbrook because they got tired of his lazy, no can do attitude, and this is his exile. Calix is to study the world around him, report back with specimens, and go to university and get a job. Kind of to teach him a lesson, but also to observe the sim race. How horrible is that as a punishment? Yet it seems Calix is quite happy here, and there's less people to annoy him about his nap schedule. Plus, as you can see, Calix found love. He met Estrella, they hit it off so well. They were really an adorable couple, and it was just such a shocker to me because, again, I did not expect someone like him to be with someone like her, and I low key was kind of against it until the autonomous flirting came on, and I realized, oh my god, this is really cute, and the game is doing it for me. I mean, obviously mods, but this was like my first real experience of like autonomy with The Sims 4, and I realized that I really liked this slower way of playing. I kind of mentioned this before in Estrella's video, but yeah, these two were the ones who started it off for me, and they always hold a special place in my heart because of that. And yes, this is technically more of the same, but I mean, these two could not keep their hands off of each other, and I just thought it was really funny looking at the sim in the background who was just like squinting and glaring with a stink cloud up and around. Oh my goodness. It was like, girl, take a shower, and I understand you want them to get a room, but you need to go to the bathroom. Now, Calix did do a lot of traveling. He went out, he got specimens, he was working on collections, he was taking pictures and sending all of this off data wise and, obviously specimens and stuff to his superiors. Ironically, this exile turned him into a decent worker, much more decent than he was when he was on the spaceship. But honestly, that was because he had a fire in his pants. He didn't want them to come down. He didn't want them around Estrella, and he really wanted to be left alone. And he realized the best way to get that done was if he actually just did his work somewhat on time. Another good friend of his was Luis Wetzel, and he actually really enjoyed Sulani. He would want to go quite often. He'd get specimens again, but it was also more fun to collect specimens here. And much like Jonah, he and Luis really just got along rather well. It's kind of funny how the different households, how close some of them were to the others in comparison. Like, Jonah got along really well with most of the households, and yet Cheyenne was much more of a loner. It's really kind of funny how that happens. And of course, Sulani is also really well known for floaties and the ocean and good places to nap somehow. Yet, if you think about it with the floaty especially, like how in the heck do their necks not just flip flop and get a little crick? How can they sleep with no support? How is that? How is that possible? And again, like the sleeping in the ocean too. It's like, wait, what? Like, I mean, I was a swimmer, and I'm fairly buoyant. And like keeping your head back and stuff. Yeah, you're gonna, you know, stay upright, but there's no way in heck I would sleep like that. Now, nothing really went on. Like, it was fairly uneventful. But soon I was like, okay, we need to work on a house. So I scrapped what was there, which really wasn't a lot. I'm not even sure I took pictures of it. I thought I took maybe one picture because he had a Murphy bed. It was it was one of those tiny homes. I don't play with tiny homes anymore. I really should. I need to do some tiny home stuff again. But I'm just so much more of a maximalist. Does anybody play with the tiny lot residentials or whatever anymore? Anyway, it's a good idea. It's like a great idea, but it's also just like I don't wanna. Anyway, yeah, like there was a Murphy bed, and I just remember he had a bunch of stuff everywhere for collections outside, a massive garden. He and Estrella made out and did some interesting things on that bed. I'm pretty sure that's actually where, this might be a spoiler because I don't remember. I think Estrella is pregnant in the other one though, right? She might not be, but she will become pregnant. Anyway. Yeah, pretty sure that's where the baby was conceived, was on his bed. Anyway, so I was trying to do things differently. He really liked Mount Komorabi, so I was trying to do like Sulani Komorabi vibes, yoga, meditation, relaxation, that sort of thing. I really liked it actually. And of course, in true Kit fashion, I did not do the house first. I did the outdoors. The kitchen, everything was just, you know, under construction. But hey, it was kind of nice. And somehow he held his plate of, what is that, sushi? Sushi? Like that? That's really uncomfortable. Yeah. But hey, he woke up and he went to sit in his un, like, not ready to go undone. What? Undone? I mean, under construction living room that I was kind of happy with again. I also had found a mod to put all of the fossils up on a shelf, and I am so upset because I think it stopped working, and I don't think anybody ever fixed it. And now every time I try to find a mod to put the fossils and the um, crystals back on any shelf, it doesn't exist. Rip. Anyway, I also really liked putting up his pictures. Oh yeah, he was friends with Soma too. Like he was friends with so. Hi headset. I was trying to say he was friends with so many people. It was really kind of crazy. And I did not have any other part of that house really ready to go, so he was sleeping in a tent with no money, but that was perfectly fine because we all know how I love, absolutely love my rags to riches go earn some money gameplay, and I was having a blast. However, I could not sleep in that tent. There is no way in heck. And yeah. Like I don't do lightning. Mm-mm. No, I really don't do thunder. That's what I don't do. Glimmerbrook was very, very gloomy that day. Um, very much raining. I think it'd been raining for like 3 straight days, and it was lightning storms. Mm-hmm. I the bills had been delivered, and he needed to go make money. By making money, I mean he needed to go collect things so I could sell it because back then I would think I was still selling through the sim inventory. I think you can see where this is going. Right? You might be able to put the pieces together. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I made a stupid decision. I thought, that's not a big deal. He's probably not going to get struck by lightning. I'm just going to have him go collect things really, really quickly. It's not going to be a big deal. He'll be back to his house. But, like, all of the collectibles were up. He got struck by lightning. Mm-hmm. Calix Torra got struck by lightning not once, but twice. Yep. My very stupid decision led to the death of my 7th Dragon's Chaos household. The father of Estrella's unborn child, her fiance, and a dear friend to many of the other households. And there was nobody there who I could use, because he was a single sim household, to revive him, to get him back. And this was in 2020, so well before life and death. And just like that, Calix Torra was no more. What I did was I was shocked. I grabbed a random townie, threw them into that house. I had them just buy it. His urn was not in the family inventory, not in that household inventory, not anywhere on the lot, because he was in the middle of Glimmerbrook. So then I just went and I grabbed Jonah and I yoinked him over to Glimmerbrook. It was still lightning. I was really fast. I realized the urn was right there, and so Jonah, who was his closest friend, because I was not about to risk Estrella, grabbed Calix's urn and took it to his home, where it actually still is. His urn and his ghost still is with Jonah. This is actually Jonah's house, and that was my first sighting of Calix's ghost. And to this day, I am still upset. I am still upset. He died summer of year 1, week 2, day 1. So I was doing a seasonal deal where 4 seasons, so it would be spring year 1, week 1, days 1 through 7. Everybody would be played week 2, week 3, week 4. So this was the 6th week of playing. First day. His son was born summer year 1, week 1, day 5. Yeah. So, if you're wondering why my thumbnail for this is black and white, now you know. Why there is no more parts like 1.0, part 1, now you know. He died. I'm still upset. Rest in peace, Calix Torra. Thank you for the memories and the surprising joy that you brought me, because I was not expecting to enjoy playing your household as much as I did. Yeah. And that is that. A kind of lengthy video, but at the same time a short, tragic tale about Calix Torra. He is now in the graveyard in my notes, and yeah. Do I have plans to bring him back? Probably not. I guess I could now. There's more things in the game and stuff, but yeah. It's been many, many years, both in the game and in, um, actual real years since he was roaming around. We've had our first death, you guys. Yikes. But anyways, so that is all 7 households, the original households, I should say, of Dragon's Chaos. And so I hope you all enjoyed this video, even though it's tragic. Poor Estrella. God, they were crying for, it was bad. It was so bad. Um, but yeah, so Wednesday we will just work our way back to the top. And just kind of go back through. So we'll start with Estrella and go down. Yeah. Thank you all so very much for watching. Again, I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your week. Bye, everybody.